I will let everyone know what part they can do, and I will do my share too, of course. That's fair, said Happy. But there must be something else I can do for you, said Snow White. The 7 dwarfs shrugged. Do you know how to read? Said Doc. We have these books filled with wonderful tales and would love to be able to read them. And so it was agreed that Snow White would give them reading lessons. To celebrate their new friendship, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs sang and danced the night away. The next morning before they left for work, the 7 dwarfs warned Snow White she must not open the door to anyone. After all, who knows what evil her stepmother might do? The princess nodded in agreement, and the dwarfs left the house. The princess prepared her first reading lesson. She also prepared a good hot meal for the 7 dwarfs when they returned home that night. And so the days passed. Back at the castle, the queen marched up to her mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, she demanded. Who is the fairest of them all? Snow White is the fairest of them all, said the magic mirror. That's impossible, screamed the queen. The girl is no longer alive. Snow White lives, said the magic mirror. And an image was shown on the mirror of Snow White living in the cottage of the 7 dwarfs. The queen turned red with rage. She screamed, she will not get away with this. At the cottage of the dwarfs the next afternoon, when the 7 dwarfs were away at work, there was a knock on the door. Who is it? Said Snow White. She remembered the warning of the 7 dwarfs not to open the door to anyone. It's only a poor old woman, came a squeaky voice, selling apples. Yet it was the evil queen, disguised as an old woman. It's raining out here, my dear, said her voice through the door. Please let me in. Poor thing, thought Snow White, having to go door to door selling apples in the rain. And so she opened the door. Take a look at this big red apple, said the old woman, who as you know by now was really the queen in disguise. She held the red apple close to Snow White's face. Lovely, my dear, isn't it? I would like very much to buy your apple, said Snow White. But I have no money. That fine comb in your hair will make a good trade, said the old woman. Well, all right then, said Snow White. She took the comb out of her hair and gave it to the old woman, who then gave her the apple. Snow White took a big bite. The apples were so delicious. Snow White ate all the delicious apples. Then the old woman gave some more apples to Snow White. Snow White ate all the apples. Snow White fell asleep when she was full. The queen couldn't kill Snow White because Snow White was so beautiful. Just then the door flew open. In marched the 7 dwarfs, home from the day's work. Shocked indeed they were to find Snow White lying on the floor and what must be her stepmother beside her, laughing. They chased that evil queen out the door, and into the storm. Up to the very top of a mountain they chased her. All of a sudden, lightning hit the mountain. The queen fell, and she was never seen again. But there was nothing to help poor Snow White. She stayed absolutely still in her deep sleep. The 7 dwarfs gently lifted her into a glass coffin. Day and night they kept watch over her. But for some reason, the 7 dwarfs became slightly emaciated every day. It was as if someone was taking away their energy. One day, the prince happened to pass through. Ever since he had learned that Snow White was missing at the castle, he was searching for her, far and wide. Now he had finally found her, but in such a state. The prince pulled open the glass coffin. Her face seemed so fresh, even in that deep sleep. He gently took one of Snow White's hands in his own and kissed it. At once, Snow White's eyes opened. In an instant, Snow White awakened. Then she slapped Prince's face. Hey, you crazy guy, dot. The prince was surprised and stepped back. The prince thought he had a love kiss. However, Snow White was sleeping because she was sleepy. Snow White hated the prince who woke up. Snow White decided to return to the kingdom with the prince. Suddenly, the 7 dwarfs turned into brave soldiers. The 7 dwarfs were caught by someone's magic and became dwarfs. They have invaded the kingdom. All the soldiers in the kingdom who saw the princess seemed to be enchanted, and gently opened the way for them. And they finally met the queen. Somehow, the queen was emaciated. On the contrary, Snow White was very healthy and glowed in her body. When the queen pointed her sword at Snow White took her sword and imprisoned her queen in dungeon. And Snow White found her father. Her father was invisible, and a baby's cries were heard in one corner of the room. When Snow White saw the baby's face, his father's face came to mind. Not finding her father, she has found a magic mirror in another room. She was curious and she asked the magic mirror. "Mirror, mirror on the wall," she demanded. "Who is the fairest of them all?" "Snow White is the fairest of them all," said the magic mirror. Then Snow White smiled of conversion. When Snow White took control of the kingdom, all 7 dwarfs turned back into dwarfs.